Hello everyone, I am Charlie Tolhurst and welcome to the latest Motorsport YouTube video today. Now it's a new series that I'm going to be doing on my YouTube channel, which is going to be a Motorsport weekly update. Now we're going to launch the new segment today. This is going to be called Motorsport Weekly. I'm going to be doing a weekly news update from the world of motor racing regarding Formula 1, many other racing sports, NASCAR, you name it. A short little review of what's happened over the last week. And yes, let's go over the news. Now, last weekend, obviously, Formula 1 raced in Austin for the United States Grand Prix. And Red Bull's Max Verstappen showed why he was the champion by winning the race ahead of Sir Lewis Hamilton and Lando Norris, who completed the top three drivers for Mercedes and McLaren respectively. Now though, the result did get changed just a few hours after the race finished, after Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes and Charles Leclerc's Ferrari were both disqualified after failing, I believe, plank checks on their cars. It was post-race checks that the cars failed. Hamilton and Leclerc's cars, I think, had plank checks that were failed or something. They were given disqualifications, which promoted everyone upwards from Lando Norris. So Norris was second. Carlos Sainz got a podium in Ferrari in third. Sergio Perez moved up to fourth. George Russell was behind Charles Leclerc originally. I think Leclerc finished, fifth or sixth on the road. But obviously Russell got up to fifth. Pierre Gasly got a sixth place, which was a great result for Alpine. Gasly doing very well at Austin, showing really good pace. Lance Stroll got his first point since Belgium. A huge haul of points actually in seventh place with 6 points. Yuki Tsunoda got a very strong result for AlphaTauri, and I believe he got the fastest lap as well, which that's a huge achievement for Yuki Tsunoda in a car the AlphaTauri car that has not been competitive all year. And then the two Williams with a very strong showing. Alex Albon 9th. And congratulations as well to Logan Sargent on his first career F1 points in his rookie season. A huge achievement. Sargent's not had a particularly strong year. And to get his first points, that's a great achievement for him. Nico Hulkenberg was 11th. Valtteri Bottas was 12th. And then Zhou Guanyu, Kevin Magnussen and Daniel Ricciardo all got lapped in the end. And the DNFs, there was three drivers that did not finish. Fernando Alonso had an issue with his Aston Martin after he had suffered a pretty awful qualifying in the new spec car, reverted to the old spec for the race. Actually got up quite high in the end and then just had a retirement. And then obviously Lance Stroll was in the newer spec 1 and Alonso went back to the old spec. Esteban Ocon and Oscar Piastri had a collision, which is why both retired, and obviously Leclerc and Hamilton both got disqualified. But Max Verstappen has now wrapped the championship up. We go to Mexico this weekend, 8 o'clock race at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. So plenty of action at that circuit for the Mexican Grand Prix, where I'm sure there's going to be lots of news on that one as well. Of course, Max Verstappen very, very strong at that circuit, so yeah. Also as well, guys, we don't just have that, we also have the latest Cup Series race as well in the NASCAR action, which took place last weekend. Unfortunately, I didn't watch the race, but from what we remember, it was Christopher Bell who won the race. I believe with that win, I think he will lock himself into the championship 4 now, I think. Ryan Blaney was second, Tyler Reddick third, William Byron fourth, A. Digger fifth, Bubba Wallace sixth, Ty Gibbs seventh, Joe Logano eighth, Eric Almirola, Austin Dillon there in the top 10. And yes, it was a great win for Christopher Bell, and a win that I think was crucial for his championship hopes as well. Denny Hamlin has got to win the race. He's going to be entering Sunday's race at the half-mile track, 17 points behind Ryan Blaney now as well. So yeah, it's definitely a big, important race. As well, in general. But in the playoff standings right now, well, we have the news of the drivers that have qualified now for the playoffs. Obviously, the playoff standings in the round of 8. Drivers that are now locked in are Christopher Bell and Carl Lawson. Christopher Bell, of course, winning at Homstead-Miami. So now that means he has locked himself into the Championship 4 along with Carl Lawson. William Byron is still in there. Also is Ryan Blaney on points. That will be how it goes through at the moment. But if anyone now essentially has to win. If anyone wins the next race at Martinsville, any one of the 5 that haven't qualified yet, then they get an automatic promotion in there. They just have to win the race to be guaranteed the playoff entry there. Obviously, Carl Larson's won. Christopher Bell's won as well. So Ryan Blaney, William Byron are in at the moment. Tyler Reddick, Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin and Chris Buescher technically have to win. 4 drivers will be eliminated after the Martinsville race. And then, of course, the final will take place in early November at Phoenix. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot of pressure on these drivers, certainly in the Cup Series. We're looking at all that as well. In the Xfinity Series as well, there was also action at the other NASCAR events as well. The Xfinity Series also took place as well for the Contender Boats 250 with Sam Mayer, Ryan Hurst and John Hunter Newman checked the top 3 in that one. And in the Craftsman Truck Series, it was Carson Hocarver that took the win in that one, with Emro second and Corey Heim third there in the in the Craftsman Truck Series as well. And also, guys, as well, a couple of other motorsport events as well. Formula E testing is also happening, I believe, this week as well, ahead of, obviously, the New Year Formula E season. I'm going to go over a couple of driving moves in a minute. But Formula E pre-season testing, unfortunately, has been delayed. Running will set to resume tomorrow afternoon following a battery vehicle fire that took place. WA, following known as Williams Advanced Engineering's fault investigation into the fire that took place this weekend in the paddock. They're saying testing should resume by 2 o'clock tomorrow in Spain. So, yeah, not ideal in that regards there as well. And also, guys, the Formula E grid has also been announced as well for the latest season. The drivers and teams have all been announced for the latest season of Formula E. 2023, 24, of course, 2024 season. I think this is like season 11 of Formula E, I'm pretty sure now. You've got all the drivers, Sam Bird, Sebastian Buemi, the teams and drivers are here. The drivers and teams now, we're going to have Lucas Di Grassi, Nico Müller at Abt. Andretti will be Jake Dennis, Norman Nato. DS Penske will be Jean-Eric Verne, Stoffel Van Dorn, Robin Freins and Sebastian Buemi and Vision. Dan Ticktum, Sergio Seta, Cameron Main unchanged. ERT actually, believe it or not, I think, as well. We've also got Mitch Evans and Nick Cassidy at Jaguar. There's going to be loads of lineups as well. And obviously Sam Bird going in at McLaren as well, partnering Jake Hughes. Lots of big lineups coming up. Nick De Vries also returns for Mahindra as well from Edward and Mortari. It's going to be a very interesting championship, Formula E. We're back again next year in Mexico, where the Formula One's heading this weekend as well. So it'll be very, very interesting to see how they all get on as well. And also for the final news story of the update this week, I would like to confirm some latest news regarding Formula One here, which has been announced that there is going to be sponsorship announced for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. It will be announced that American Express will become regional partner in the Americas, as well as the official payment partner for the next month's inaugural Las Vegas Grand Prix. It will cover a multi-year deal, covers the Austin, Miami, Montreal, Mexico City, Interlagos events. Amex will also be the supporter of the Formula One Female All Academy Series as well. They drive, obviously, I think, F3 spec challenges. The deal was the first new sports partnership program in a decade from financial services enjoyed long-term involvement, such as in basketball, golf, tennis, and football. So yes, American Express. Obviously, you know, it's a brand. They're a massive financial bank. Obviously, they do lots of payment cards as well. Be taking on that role. for Formula 1. And that is it for this week's Motorsport Weekly segment. We'll be back again next week, obviously with an update on the F1 again in Mexico, other events as well. We'll also find out as well in the Nasacr Cup Series who will be making the final four ahead of Phoenix as well. For more action on the motorsport news, you can also check out the Tonight Show podcast, which will air every week as well. That's also where you'll find other motorsport content as well. But these will be the regular weekly updates that I'll be presenting on my YouTube channel, Chaz the Squash, which you can like, subscribe, any of the videos I'm sent out, and there'll be more videos coming out very, very soon. Thank you for listening, everyone. Take care, and good night.